we see PCOS and PCOD so commonly nowadays. I mean, every 10th girl is having some or the other manifestation of this problem, which is actually an endocrine disorder which affects, people of the reproductive age in the form of irregularity in periods, in the form of signs of, we call it hyperandrogenemia, means more of the male hormones in the body. And anovulation means the ovulation is not occurring, so it starts affecting the fertility of the person also. So this is something pretty common and the prevalence is very high. And of course, one can always ask what are the causes of it in today's time. One is, of course, our lifestyle, which has become more sedentary. Gone are the days where women used to, work in the farms or work in the kitchen, doing physical work as a part of the cooking routine. So now it's all technology, it's all automation. And apart from that, stress plays a very important role because it affects the pathways through cortisol and, starts affecting all the hormones in the body. And then the food that we eat, the chemicals, the pesticides, they are called as endocrine disruptors. So they disrupt the normal harmony of various hormones in the body. So I think that is enough to, say what are the causes. And well, we are here to deal with it.
So, Renu, would you like to little elaborate upon the breathing? How important is breathing and the pranayam on PCOS?
Sure, I'll do that. But I thought
we will do the practical, but
later after that
we can discuss about.
So let me come to. I will talk to you how practically we can deal with this in our day-to-day life, because one of the aspects of PCOS is a sluggish metabolism in majority of those who are affected. And the common questions we get is, I'm doing all exercises, but my weight loss doesn't happen, or I'm not getting my periods the way they are supposed to be, or I'm literally not eating anything, yet I'm not able to lose weight. So these are the common things we face. Or there could be some people who say, I can't exercise that much. So what are the options? Well, friends, when it comes to exercising, I will leave it to Bosky to deal with it because she has her own story to share. And what I want to talk to you about is day-to-day, as I said. So first thing is knowing the value of muscle tone. See, our body is made out of a lot of muscles. And the more a muscle tone is there, the higher the metabolism goes up. And the more the muscles become flabby, toneless, soft, the metabolism becomes sluggish. No wonder weight training and weight-bearing postures of yoga play a very important role in building muscle strength, right? But in our day-to-day life, what can we do? Our muscles of the body have become so weak and flabby. How about bringing back the lost tone that is a part of human body? Like, for example, pot bellies are there, but even with flat bellies, the tone is so poor. So the first thing we can do is we just pull our belly button in by half an inch as a habit. So whenever we are reminded, okay, let me pull my belly button in by half an inch. This itself is like a metabolic switch, which will make you, number one, breathe well, if you look at it. And the more the flabby the belly becomes, the less the tone, all the bean bags we sit on, all the comfortable sofas we sit on, our metabolism is going for a toss. So friends, message number one, pull your belly button in by half to max 1 inch and try to make it a habit. The more, the better. Now this will make your breathing better. So why should the breathing better increase my metabolism? Well, it's like you fan a fire. Metabolism depends upon my digestive fire, that I can digest food, and then it doesn't get accumulated in the form of fat in the body. So we need to have good mechanisms and breath. It's like giving oxygen to the fire. So we need to generally be deep. Now coming to practical tips, like, let me come to Kapalbhati first, isn't it, Bosky?
Definitely.
Most of the people are practicing Kapalbhati nowadays, but the tendency is more towards a count rather than the depth. So the deeper we do Kapalbhati, the more we stimulate metabolism. That is the message number 2. Deeper means as if the belly wants to kick in, or you can say it is trying to touch the back of the spine. That aim in mind, rather than a very superficial, many times done, that doesn't work on the metabolism. Okay.
Mindfulness is required in the practice.
Absolutely, depth is needed. And two, when it comes to Kapalbhati, is when you do it from the right nostril. It has more
Speed up your
metabolism stimulating effect. There are studies also done. So if you have the patience and time, before every meal, do Kapalbhati only from the right side for a couple of minutes. It will sort of kickstart the metabolic processes, and we expect the food to get, better digested. All right. Then let's move ahead. Anything you want to say? Oh, yeah. Anulom Vilom is a great practice, by the way, huh? We think it is slow breathing. No, friends, it is again deep breathing, huh? Where we are trying to stretch the breath and do it over a longer period of time. So, this itself, working on the muscles and the breathing mechanisms, takes the metabolism up. And another practical thing would be our Ujjayi breathing.
Definitely.
Isn't it, huh? So I wish we had time to share all these things with you, but we would like to keep it more for the physical practices. So in case you want to learn all these things, people who don't know, there are many avenues. Even our videos are there on the same channel. You can look into them. Ujjayi is creating a hissing sound from the throat when we breathe. Something like, right? So this is done by creating a little internal friction, and this makes the breath go longer and stimulates the metabolism. In fact, it's a very integral part of vinyasa or power yoga.
Correct.
Where each practice, isn't it, Bosky? Yes. You have to combine it with the Ujjayi breathing, right? And then there's another great kriya which one must learn is Agnisar kriya, which is flapping the belly deep and kicking the abdominal organs inside. It's a great practice to stimulate metabolism. All right, friends, then, there's something very interesting to talk about. And I call it breathing while walking. See, this is something we all do, right? We all go for a walk. Huh? But how do we walk how do we breathe when we walk?
You don't bother.
You don't bother, exactly. So if you try to time your breath, we take about, you can say, 2 seconds for breathing in and maybe just 1 second to breathe out.
We don't empty our lungs completely.
And the more we exhale out well, the more we empty our lungs well, we are actually again kick-starting our metabolism. So this power walk is what? When you're walking, you try to breathe deeper. And how do you sort of maintain track of it? By timing your breath with the steps that you take, right? So obviously you can't talk when you walk, this type of walk. And say you can breathe in with 4 steps and breathe out with 4 steps. That is the simplest equation. 4 steps inhaling, 4 step exhaling. And you don't break your breaths into 4 parts, It's the same breath that you continue to do. And trust me, friends, you will realize that it is a challenge for many of us. And if you don't find it challenging, all right, make it 4:6. 4 step inhale, 6 step exhale. 4 step inhale and 6 step exhale. Interesting, huh? And if you find it very tiring, you can come back to 4:4, 3:3, whatever. But it is mindful breathing, which you're trying to slow down rather than make it fast. So this is something great to be imbibed, and I think that is enough for a theoretical talk. I hope we are able to practice these things.
Yeah, isn't it? So it's like small habits we have to change in our day-to-day lives. Along with very important is your diet, your lifestyle.
So that's what you're going to tell Bosky, huh? So she's going to share with you now. I would request you, thoda sa apna bataiye, how you had your PCOD journey. Yeah.
So I was diagnosed with PCOS over 20 years now. And when I was diagnosed with it, I didn't know what it was. I was like, what it is? The doctor scared me. It was PCOD disease. So I thought I had come up with some disease. And I was very, very thin, around 48 kgs that time. And then doctor, when he diagnosed me, he gave me allopathy, and I just took it, whatever the doctor is saying, pumping myself with all the allopathy medicine. And suddenly within 3 months, I gained around 10 kgs, and it was a shock. I thought I could eat anything under the sky, and I didn't exercise at all. I didn't do any workout, and I thought I'm blessed. I can eat anything, not work out and remain thin, and there comes a shocker. So that time, like I said, there was no Google auntie or uncle. So I had nowhere to go. I just managed to get my hands on some books which mentioned you have to lose weight, and then I was also getting this facial hair and hair loss. So everything was like,
For
too
a toss,
depressing.
huh?
Yeah, and I was just in my 20s, and I was like, oh my God, this is too much, and knowing my mother had a history, of a lot of problems, so I got pretty scared. And then I kept on doing these fad diets, GM diet, and all
So
the
they are temporary.
yes,
They
so all
actually,
temporary. I didn't
yeah,
know that time.
exactly.
And,
They just probably do something in the
for
beginning.
7-8 days,
Yeah, then
maybe
afterward,
15 days, you
after
feel
that,
loss, and
you
again,
can't stick on to them.
no,
Actually,
it's not,
yeah.
it's not practical, which I know now. And then I started working out. Obviously, I didn't know about yoga, and I used to find, thought yoga is so boring. It's for the old people. Sorry, I just that time I did feel that way, and then I started
It's
doing
not, by
gym.
the way.
That time.
Yeah.
So then I joined the gym, and I said, okay, I'm going to gym without any guidance. I was just doing gymming and picking up weights on my own without any guidance. And then it result, I landed up with a slip disc, and I was like, oh, there goes my workout. And then my mom pushed me into yoga, and she said, we have to do yoga to strengthen my back muscles. And that's how my journey with yoga started. And I came to Pune and met Dr. Renu, and under her guidance I started doing yoga, and then she pushed me to become a teacher. But when I realized with yoga, yes, your body does, the flexibility improves, your even you feel that your the metabolism also increases, but it's become stagnant again. The weight again comes back. So I was like, something has to be done here. And then I have to stay away from all the processed food, all the junk food, sweet. I have a sweet tooth, so I had to keep everything aside and go into like a proper healthy, lifestyle. And then I realized I needed to also do some strength training along with it. So it's a combination. Yoga did help, but I feel the body becomes very stagnant doing a particular exercise. It needs a jolt. So you have to have a lot of variation of exercises. So I started doing yoga with weights. With the postures, I started lifting up weights in any, whether it's the Warrior 2, Warrior 1, chair pose, etc., which Priti will be demonstrating also as well. So gradually, my weight came under control, and I started controlling my lifestyle, my eating early also, and I did do keto also to try. So I try everything. So people ask me something, at least have an answer. Okay, can I do this? I said okay for some time, but eventually it's not practical.
And I feel, Bosky, sorry for interrupting, that we all have a different body type.
Correct.
So it doesn't mean that
What
if
suits
keto
one
diet
body,
work for one body,
yes, it doesn't
it's
work.
going to suit everyone.
Yeah,
It's
and
not a
everybody
one size
comes
fit for
with
all.
a medical history.
Yes, diet is very, very,
Very crucial.
absolutely.
It's 80% is your diet. I
And
personally
it has to be individualized and seen
person to
Yeah,
person, it
absolutely.
depends.
Yeah.
So I do get people coming to me and asking me, okay, in 1 month, how much? If she's losing 3 kgs, will I lose 3 kgs? I said, it all depends on your body type. If you're lucky, you will lose more than 3 kgs, but let's not focus on losing that weight. Let's focus on a healthy lifestyle. Even your inch loss is important, and gradually building the strength in your body.
Correct.
And what Dr. Renu mentioned about the pranayama exercise and in walking every day. So I do walk every day, irrespective of my workout, 10,000 to 12,000 steps a day. So that doesn't stop. Even when I'm talking on the phone, I think I just walk in the house. I don't sit.
When I'm waiting on a traffic signal, I do J breathing.
Yeah, so that's small things.
Small things, yeah. When I'm making my tea in the morning, in the kitchen, when I'm standing, I do 5 rounds of Agni Sakriya. So this is how, we can incorporate these things in our day-to-day life,
becomes,
Yeah.
So you don't have an excuse, actually, I can't do it. We
Exactly.
all can do
We all
it.
can do something or the other.
Something or the other. I used to be one lazy person. I used to hate getting up in the morning. And I was very happy school days were over. But I never realized I'll get into yoga. I have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. But yes, we can do it if we make up our mind, and if you're strong, we can lose weight.
True.
It's like we cannot, we can't.
Awesome.
So I guess this is my journey in short.
Yeah.
So, Priti will now
definitely
show you.
But
the
one thing,
practices.
Bosky, yoga is not, again, one size fit for all, right?
No, definitely not.
And it's how you're doing it that matters.
Yes, it's not what
So
you
it's
want.
not that you're just doing one asana for weight loss or 5 asanas for weight loss. it is how you are doing that asana. You'll agree with me.
Definitely.
Right? So I always feel that the deeper the asana is done,
Maintaining, holding the posture.
it's like from inside out. It's not about how I'm looking while doing asana, it's how I'm feeling from inside out. So we have to actually engage the depth of our muscles. And that only comes when we hold the poses.
Definitely.
So dynamicity has its own importance, but at the same time, there are cases who start losing weight when they learn to hold the postures longer, maintaining the muscle tone, the
And the
alignments of
form.
the bone. And so it's a beautiful journey actually, of experience.
But I would advise everyone to do it under guidance, because the
Absolutely.
form is very important. Even in yoga, if your form is not correct, it can lead to injuries.
Absolutely. So alignments are very
Alignments
important.
are so important. So one,
Can you tell us a few dietary requirements for this? If we go into that, the exercises will be ignored, friends, because diet is a massive topic.
again,
I
it's not
think
tailor-made.
tailor-made. It's
Yeah.
I
So
think
few
number
top-
one is carbs.
Yes. Limit your
Bosky
carbs.
carbs.
So
You must
basically,
limit your carbs. Yeah. Go
focus
ahead.
on protein, focus on fresh vegetables, avoid milk and milk products if you can, and have good fats, like the nuts, the seeds, focus on that, and start having basically more of the fiber and the seasonal fruit. Avoid processed food at all.
Correct.
All these packet foods, please avoid.
The detox word is very popular.
Limit it.
Right? So we have a beautiful technique of detoxifying the liver, gallbladder, and the intestines. So when the liver, it's like a clogged pathway. If you can unclog it, you can speed up the metabolism. So we incorporate that for people who are interested. Obviously, it's a medical thing.
I've done it too.
Yeah, we do it for individuals. You have to be home. You don't have to come to us, nor go to an expensive resort. It's a beautiful technique, and that really helps also to bring the metabolism up. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's start. Okay.
All right. Okay. So let's focus the camera on Preeti.
You want some help with it?
I think you're fine. Yeah. So we'll begin from Parvatasana.
A little louder, Bosky.
Yeah. So just Preeti, come in front and face this direction.
Tell them the structure of the class, maybe. Yeah.
So the structure of the class is basically certain asanas which help if you are suffering from PCOS, and followed by a HIIT session, which is not exactly a HIIT, but it's, basically she's going to use some weights and she's going to be doing the yoga asanas with weights. So that will help to build your strength, stamina also. All right. I will talk about HIIT after this session. Once let's start the practical bit. So you all are waiting for, and if you can join in, if you're in your yoga clothes, then you can also join us. Okay. So yeah, Priti. So let's focus on Tarasana, hands by your side. All right. So just make sure there's equal weight on both your legs. All right, and your toes are lifted up. You fan your toes out and you bring them down. And just focus on taking couple of breaths over here. Your inhalations, your exhalations over here. Just breathe. Now from here, you're going to take your arms up and come into Urdhva Hastasana. And again here, focus on your breathing from Urdhva Hastasana. We are going to open our legs slightly wider and we are going to come into Malasana. All right, so open the legs and then you're going to squat down completely. Now, those who have knee issues, please make sure you don't squat down completely. You can totally avoid this position and we will get into some other asana. So, not for those who are suffering from any kind of knee injury here. From here, we keep our hands down, all right, and we just do a twist here. So we take a left arm is down and open a right arm towards the ceiling and just twist. And then right hand down and we open the left arm. Great. From here, we keep our hand down and then we come into Uttanasana. We lift our hips up and breathe. So those who again have any kind of back problem, you can bend your knees over here. You don't need to straighten your knees. Others who do not have knee problems, please straighten your knees and you can focus on your hamstrings. From here, we are going to come into Parvatasana. So you take both our legs back and we come into Parvatasana. Heels going down, and feel the stretch over your back of your legs, your arms, your upper back, mid back, your lower back. From here, we are going to come into Warrior 2, Veer Bhadrasana 2. So we are going to step our right leg forward between our hands, all right, and turn the left foot to 90 degrees. Now, here you have to make sure that the right knee is over the ankle. So, like Dr. Mahtani had mentioned, form is very important. All right, right hand is down, left arm in front, and we inhale and we come up into Warrior 2. All right, now from Warrior 2, we come into Reverse Warrior. So the right arm goes up and the left hand goes back, and you maintain that. And you take couple of breaths here. Again, you come back into Warrior 2. Once again into Reverse Warrior. Nice. And again, Warrior 2. Focus more on the breathing over here. And from here, we straighten our right knee. We turn our right foot in and we come into Prasarana. All right. So hands on the waist. We lift our chest up. We inhale and exhale. We go down and drop our hands down. First, we look up. And then exhale, we go down. In case your hands don't touch the floor, you can also always keep a cushion or a bolster there. We increase the distance between the legs. Hands go between the arches of your feet, and we try to take the crown of your head down. And we breathe in this position. Maintain for 2 to 3 breaths. And then again, we take our hands forward. We lessen the distance between our legs. We take our hands on our waist. We inhale and we come up. And we repeat the Warrior 2 on the opposite side. So we turn the left foot out, making sure the heel is in line with the arch of the foot. And we bend our left knee. We open the arms and we come into Warrior 2. Again, we do a Reverse Warrior there. Nice. And from Reverse Warrior, again Warrior 2. Once again Reverse Warrior. And again Warrior 2. Now from Warrior 2, we take our left hand down and again our right hand down and we come into Parvatasana. From Parvat, we get our knees down and we come into the animal position, and we'll do cat and camel breathing over here. So we inhale, we arch our back, we look up. We exhale and we round our spine. We inhale, we look up. We exhale and round our spine. So just a few more rounds more, Priti, over here. It also massages and stimulates the abdominal muscles and your reproductive organs and enhances the function of your central nervous system. Just breathe over here. Last round, Priti. Again, exhale and inhale. Good. Now, get your spine in neutral position and stretch back in Shashankasana. So this brings about relaxation by soothing your central nervous system. From here, I want her to slide into Ashtang Namaskar, and then she will go flat on her abdomen. We are going to come into Bhujangasana. All right, so just we lift our chest up till the navel only. So she's going to inhale, lift her chest up only till the navel, keeping the head in line with the spine. So you should not look up, you should not arch your neck. So make sure that is not happening. So this exerts pressure on the stomach and helps to stimulate ovarian function. It has many advantages like improves your digestion and is a stress buster, good for chest, lungs and shoulders. From your exhale and again go down, Priti. Thanks. Now again we do once more. Inhale, come into Bhujang. And exhale, down. Now let's push ourselves up and come into the animal position and stretch back in Shashankasana again. From Shashankasana, we come into Vajrasana. And then from Vajrasana, stretch the legs out in Dhanurasana. All right. Now, we are going to do Chakki Chalan. So we are going to open the legs out wide. So please turn around, look at the screen so everybody can have a nice look at you. So we open the legs over here, all right? Toes flex towards you. So legs need to be really active, all right? Don't let your knees bend, don't let your feet flop, and your spine needs to be straight. Now, stretch your arms in front, interlock your fingers, all right? And now I want you to take your hands towards your right leg. And you're now going to stretch forward and then make a half a circle towards the left, and then you lean back and bend your elbows as you lean back. And you continue this action. It's like grinding the wheel, moving it from one direction, you go the opposite direction, keeping your core muscles engaged. Keep going in one direction, and you also do the reverse direction breathing. Helps to modify the endocrine glandular function that enhances the efficiency of your hormonal secretion. One more. And relax. Catch your breath and hands down. From here, let's come into Bandukanasana. All right. So we all know, I think Bandukanasana, joining the soles of our feet together. So we cup our fingers behind, lift your hips up, and push your hips forward. Now, in case you have knee problem again, you do not need to make the posture very compact. You can keep your pelvic slightly away. I'm going to show you a modification later with the bolster and the belt. All right. So here you now cup your feet with your palms, spine straight, and you allow the knees to go down. Just let the knees go down. And focus on the stretch in your inner thighs and breathe. Good. And now slowly release. Get your knees in and stretch your legs out. All right. Now we'll get into Naukasana from here. So for Naukasana, you have to sit straight in Dhanurasana. Bend your legs first and you hold your thighs from below. And you get your legs in tabletop position. One leg up and the other leg up. And then if you can, straighten your legs. Otherwise, try to balance pulling your belly in over here. So this posture is good. It puts excess pressure on your abdominal region. Very good for those who have PCOS. And if you can release your hands and balance, you need to have good core strength to balance. You can also hold your legs from behind, Priti, for modification. All right. Then you release your legs down one at a time, and then fold your legs in Sukhasana and just stretch forward. Give yourself a nice stretch over here and breathe. All right, and slowly we come. Twisting postures also really help for PCOS. So we are going to do a very simple twisting posture, Bakarasan. All right, so let's stretch your legs out in Dandasana and fold your right leg. All right, now she's going to hug her right leg with her left arm. Okay, just hug it and inhale here. And when you exhale, take your right hand back. So this is a modified version of Bakarasan, which everyone can do. The opposite leg, the foot is flexed, so it needs to be active. We should not allow the other leg to go on a vacation. So the whole body is in an active mode. And now the hand which is behind, you can fold it behind your back and keep twisting. With each exhalation, you twist, twist, twist. So like I said, this is a modified version. And again, you come back to the center and you release. So now I'm going to ask Priti to demonstrate the actual Bakarasan on the other side. So she's going to fold her left leg, right arm up, and then she's going to bend her elbow and bring it across the knee. All right. Now to make sure the shoulder should not be coming up in this. The shoulder should be down. Now inhale here and exhale again. We twist, twist. Now in case your hand can go and hold that ankle, the right one, try to. And you can take your feet slightly ahead and twist. And breathe. And then slowly release the posture and come back. So we are not holding the posture for long right now. But in case you are practicing, you're doing your own practice, so at least hold the posture for 5 breaths and you can repeat each posture twice. Now, from here, we are going to show you a modified version of Dhanurasana with the help of the bolster. So she's going to use the bolster. For Dhanurasana, your chest is lifted, all right, and we are going to do only one leg. So you keep the bolster just below your chest. So this helps to again stimulate the functions of the reproductive organs, relieves menstrual discomfort, and also helps to normalize the menstrual cycles over here. So from here, Preeti, just fold your one leg and hold that leg with your palm and just lift your chest up. Take the heel away. But this, like I said, this is a modified version because many times people cannot lift their chest up. Ideally, it is done without the bolster and with holding both our legs. Now again, release it down and we switch legs. So we make sure the heel is going away, the shoulders getting that stretch. There's a pressure on your abdominal muscles over there. And release. All right. Slowly lift yourself up, remove the bolster. All right, and just keep the bolster near you. So we are going to come into Supta Bandukanasana. So we just demonstrated the modified version of Dhanurasana. That's not ideally Dhanurasana is done with both the legs. So when we have a session going, we help people, assist them. So we want them to do under the guidance of a teacher. Now for Bandukanasana, if you have a belt, we are going to use the belt over here. So if you can face the screen, PT, and show them how you're using the belt over here. A big loop, all right, so yoga belt is required. And you take the belt around your lower back. First, get your feet in Bandukanasana. First, take the belt behind your back. And we join the soles of our feet together. And then we take the belt around the feet. Loosen the belt a bit. All right. And then the bolster, it's going to be placed along the spine. So your hips are down. And then we are going to lie down. Slowly lie down, lie down. And in case you feel, some of you feel that your neck, your head is tilting backwards, you can always use a cushion underneath your head. Now, this is a very relaxing posture. Not recommended for those if you have knee problems, so avoid the belt if you have knee problem. You can still do it without the belt. And if you feel that your knees are lifting up too much, you can also place blocks, yoga blocks or cushions underneath your knees. And then you open your hands by your side, palms facing the ceiling. And just focus and to breathe into the pelvic area. Focus on your inhalations and exhalations. Visualize your pelvic area and allow the breath to reach there. And just let go. And then slowly we will come out of the posture. You can stay here for 5 minutes, for 7 minutes, as long as you like. And then you come out, we release the belt, and then you can stretch your legs out in Dandasana. And you can again lie down on the bolster again. So this is also a nice relaxing posture with palms facing the ceiling. Your chest is open. Focus on your deep breaths here. You can also do Ujjayi breathing in the posture. And then when you want to release, you fold your legs. You turn to your right side. Just push the bolster with your elbow. Be on your right side. And then slowly we come to the sitting position. And when we come out of it, we can do a few rounds of Anulom Vilom Pranayam. You can do Ujjayi breathing. So always end the session with some pranayam. You can do Brahmari, which we can teach you, or you can get in touch with us on the website we mentioned, the link we mentioned before. All right, now just to give you a preview of the HIIT session. HIIT is high intensity interval training, and also we can do this weight training without doing interval training. So the practice will be done with weights. All right. So now Priti is going to be holding the weights in her hand. All right, and we are going to stand in again Tarasan position. So front of the mats, and you hold the weights towards your close to your shoulder. So we're going to just a shoulder press here. All right. So the knuckles are not facing the ceiling exactly. You'll open your fist sideways and take your hands up, arms up. Let the dumbbells touch each other sideways, and then exhale and bring it down. Again, inhale and take it up. Exhale and down. So Preeti, open your arms this way and just take it this way, all right? So inhale, take your arms up, nice, and exhale down. Just few more breaths over here. And now she's going to hold the weights up, maintain it, and then from here we come into Utkatasana, which is a chair position. Pushing our hips back. Again, form is important. If you find your weights very heavy, you can also use water bottles. But mind you, please fill up your water bottles, should not be empty water bottles. Maintain. And then from here, we come into Uttanasana. We go down, weights. We keep the weights on the floor and we again focus on the hamstring stretch over here and just breathe over here. From here, we step back into the plank position. Now, in case you can't do the plank over here, you can do the modified version by getting your knees down as well. Now, in plank position, we are going to be doing the rows. So, we are just going to pull one hand up towards your rib cage and down, and exhale, opposite hand and down. So, we can do this for 40 seconds non-stop. So in HIIT, we do non-stop. All right. Now from here, we come into the animal position. So in all the practices, you have to make sure your core muscles are engaged here. And from here, we inhale, we stretch one arm in front and the opposite leg. Again, we are using weights. You can also use ankle weights to challenge yourself further. And again, down, and we switch direction or switch the position, other leg and other hand. And again, down. Again, we work, inhale and exhale. Once more, we inhale and exhale. Great. Now from here, we again come into Parvatasana, also called as the down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. A lot of names to the posture, same benefits. Now from here, we lift our heels up and we take our right leg up towards the ceiling and we come into Warrior One. So placing the right foot close to the right palm, we turn the back leg to 45 degrees. All right. And we are holding the weights and we come up into Warrior One. All right. Knee over the ankle. Now, we're going to take our hands down by our side, and from here, we are going to be doing lateral raises. All right. So we inhale, we lift both our arms shoulder level, and we exhale and bring it down. Again, inhale, we take it up and exhale down. Another variation over here can do the bicep curls. So we can just fold our arms at the elbow joint and down. So maintaining the Warrior One, you're working on our legs, but also doing the strength training for our arms. From here, we are going to come into Warrior Two. So we turn the back leg to 90 degrees. Make sure the front knee is over your ankles. You can use two weights or you can use one weight, totally optional over here. Now, from here, we just do Trikonasana. So just straighten the right knee and then the right hand down and left arm up for Trikonasana. Again, you're holding the weight, so it's more challenging. You're focusing on your breaths over here. And we release, we come up again. And now we come into Warrior Two. From Warrior Two, let's get into Parsvakonasana. All right. So we lean. So you can, again, like I said, you can take one weight. If you feel the top weight is too heavy, you can drop, but don't drop it on your head. So make sure that you're careful with your weights over here. And then to challenge yourself, we again come back into Warrior Two. Let's repeat, Preeti, once more. Exhale, we go down and let's take our left arm up. Good. And again, inhale, we come into warrior two. So this is just one side done. Obviously, there are more repetitions and slowly get your hands down, Preeti. This can also be done on the opposite side. Now, we're just going to get into Prasaritasana legs only. So just turn the right foot in, all right? And we are going to get into the Sumo Squats over here. All right, so we turn the feet out and take the weights in front. Now we squat down, chest up, knees going back. The knees should not go beyond your toes. And again, come up. So when you come up, you have to squeeze your glutes and pull the navel in throughout. We go down and up. We go down and up. Last time, okay, just for fun. Go down, chest up, and up. Great. Now, she's only done one side, so we know the flow now. So we can just quickly just do the opposite side.
As you say.
All right, so we turn the left foot out. We come into warrior two, slight more distance between your legs. Yeah, great. So again, like I said, the form is important over here. Let's do Parvatasana. We exhale down and inhale, come up. Your legs need to be strong, especially the back leg. We go down and we inhale and we come up. Great. Let's do Trikonasana. So we straighten the knee and we do Trikonasana. Now, challenging is to hold the posture longer, but I will not torture Priti right now. So we come up, all right, and we come into warrior one. So we turn the back leg to 45. This transition has to be smooth, all right. So Priti, let's just keep our hands down and let's do the bicep curls a bit, all right. So let's work over here. Great, and down. Again, up and down. Now, Preeti, just do a forward bend slightly, all right? And now, I just want you to fold your elbows and get your weight to the shoulders and just take your arms back to the tricep extension. So we can work on the triceps too. So we are working on the legs, focusing on the breaths, and also working on those triceps. Great. Once more, Preeti, just take it back and down. All right, now completely go down and you come back into the plank position. Now again, plank in this side, you can do the rows. So let's get the knees down, Preeti, this time. So we can show the modified version over here. All right, so knees are down. We just take our arm up and down. So yoga is for all, even if you have injuries, there are a lot of modifications in any posture which you want to do. You should never say, no, I can't do this. We can do this. All right, and now from here, Priti, just stretch back in Shashankasana. So, like I said, yoga is for all. I'm talking from experience. I have a slip disc, I have a hole in my kneecap, in my patella, but we all do everything in modified ways. All right, from here, let's challenge the core. Let's come up, Priti, and just stretch your legs out in Dhanurasana. All right, take one weight in your hand and let's lie down. All right, take both your legs up to 90 degrees and flex your toes towards you. You're holding the weight in your hand. Now you inhale and exhale. You are going to try to reach for the toes. You exhale and inhale down. You exhale, you come up, you inhale down. Come on, few more reps. Up and down. Up, squeeze the core and down. Once more, take it up and down. Relax. Take your legs down and catch your breath. All right. Now, we can also make the core work more challenging by getting into Naukasana. All right. So, Priti, let's come to the sitting position again. All right. And then we are going to fold our legs. We can use one weight. Lift your legs up in tabletop. Hold the weights and stretch your legs and stretch your arms in front. And just hold. That extra weight really challenges the core muscles here. Great. And down. Catch your breath over here. All right. We can also introduce Pilates with the weights as well. All right. So let's do the roll down. So legs in Dandasana. Straight. Arms holding the weight in front. Now inhale, the chest is lifted. Feet flexed. As you exhale, you Pull the belly in and round your spine, lower back down, mid back down, upper back down, arms go up and overhead on the floor. We again inhale, we lift our arms up and exhale, we slowly lift our head up, upper back, mid back, lower back and come up and stretch forward, go forward towards the toes and inhale, we come up into the sitting position again, arms in front of the chest. We inhale, again we exhale, we round the spine and slowly one vertebra at a time, we go down, down, arms go up and back. Again, we inhale, arms up, we exhale, use your core, we come up and slowly one vertebra at a time and forward. And we inhale and arms up and down. All right. Modified version also, those of you who can't come up, we can always lift our knees slightly up or we can place our feet towards the wall. So feet can touch the wall, you can take wall support and then. So Priti, just do it with the knees bent over here. All right. So we're bending our knees, we inhale, we exhale and down. Good. So bending the knees also helps if you're not confident enough to straighten the legs and come up and up. Great. Now, we further challenge our core. We do the twisting here with the weight. All right. So Priti, why don't you face the screen? It will help the viewers to watch. Now hold the weight in your hand and you're going to lean back slightly and make sure the core muscles are engaged. Legs are bent, feet are flexed. All right. Now we inhale here, we exhale, we twist for right side. As you breathe out, we come back, inhale center. So she is leaning back, continue. Her spine is not completely straight. It is straight, but at an angle. So we just do few repetitions. We exhale and again inhale center. We exhale, we inhale center. 2 more times, side to side. And then center and come up. Relax. Fold your legs again in Sukhasana and just stretch forward. And breathe. So after every practice which we do, obviously there's cooling down, there's relaxation. And then we come up to the sitting position and just sit for a few seconds in Sukhasana. We focus on our breaths to cool our mind, to cool the body. There is obviously lying down stretches, cooling down stretches, because we're running out of time. So we're just going to end this session with her breathing. All right, thank you, Priti. Thank you so much. So this was just a preview, everyone, of the HIIT session, which is obviously done with timing. So we are doing each practice 40 seconds, we're working, and then we take a break of 15 seconds in between, and again 40 seconds. So it goes on for roughly 40-minute session with good warm-up, good cooling down, and obviously pranayama sessions are there. But people who have problems like slip disc, spondylitis, frozen shoulders, knee problem, always do the asanas under guidance. Please don't just blindly open YouTube and just follow the teacher over there. All right. So it was, thank you, Priti.
Thank you so much.
And it was lovely having the session, conducting this session for all of you.